Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Bearded Fortech. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a brake fluid flush on a 2016 F450 with a 6.7 power stroke. It is a dual rear wheel, DRW. This is recommended by one of my subscribers, also a channel member, and this is for him and for anybody else that wants to know how to do this. Also, if you're not a channel member, if you wouldn't mind going down there and becoming a member, you'll get to see videos way before anybody else does, and priority reply to comments and things such as that. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, brake job complete. Nice new rotor, new brake pads. Tools you're gonna need for this job: 10mm wrench, a light, some brake fluid, and we use the AMSOIL Brake Fluid. And if you guys want some of this, I'll leave a link down in the description where you can pick some. The stuff's really, really good. And you're gonna need a brake fluid machine, vacuum, and an air chuck to hook to the end of it so you can suck the fluid out. But to start, we gotta go suck the fluid out of the master cylinder, fill it with fresh fluid, and then we're gonna start at the rear of the vehicle, the furthest away from the master cylinder, which would be the right rear. And then we'll move to the left rear, then the right front, then the left front. And then we'll check the fluid level after we're done. You want to check it while you're doing it. That way you don't suck the master cylinder dry. But let's get you set up top and start on that master cylinder up there. Get new fluid in it, suck out the old fluid, put new fluid in it. All right, so got my vacuum hooked up to air. Got my new bottle of brake fluid sealed, so I'm going to open it. I'm going to open this bad boy. Stick my hose in there. Suck it out. You can see the fluid level. Dropping. Dropping. Almost there. All right. Now remember, not completely empty. I don't want this to go dry. So I'm gonna leave a little bit of that in there. Add my new fluid, and you can just fill it because you're going to be sucking it out through the calipers anyway. See how nice and clean that is? There's one. And I have a couple bottles up here, so. So now I'm at the full mark, or right at it. Yeah, now I'm at the full mark. But I'm just going to keep filling it. And see how it's coming up to the top there? There. Completely full. Now we're going to go underneath the truck. Alright, so I'm on the right rear of the vehicle. There's the bleeder screw with the 10mm. I use a ratcheting one because it makes a little easier to get up in there. You may not have to because your shocks aren't going to be this big. This is a liquid spring. But I'm going to, first I want to make sure that it cracks loose. Because if it doesn't crack loose, then we're screwed. Alright, so it cracks loose, but see how my indicators or my direction change? That way I can still stick my hose on there. Now, let's stick the hose on there. like so. Once I got my hose stuck on there, I'm going to apply vacuum. I'm going to squeeze the trigger and apply vacuum, and then I'm going to open it. See the fluid coming out? Now I'm going to hold that there for, doesn't have to be god awful long. So you got clear fluid coming out, or do you feel like it's enough? And right now it's got clear fluid coming out. So I'm going to flip my indicator, my direction for my ratchet, while still applying vacuum. I'm going to close that off. And it doesn't have to be super duper tight. Still applying vacuum. It's closed, there's no more fluid coming through. Now I can disconnect the hose. And I can release the vacuum. And that's the fluid that came out. So I'm going to do the same to the other side, and then I'll move to the front. Alright, here we are on the right front caliper. I already did the left rear. I showed you how to do the right rear. Hook my hose back up. Take the dust cover off. I'm just going to make sure this crack's open. I'm not going to open it all the way. Okay, so it moves. Stick my hose on. And up here I can just use the wrench. Apply vacuum. Open. All that fluid coming out. Now I'm gonna get as much out as I can. I could go back up top and look, but there's no need to because I haven't pulled that much out. But I recommend, if you've never done this before, go ahead, go up top. Depending on how long you leave it, check to see how much fluid is left in your reservoir. Still holding vacuum. I'm going to close it off. Still holding. Pull it off. Let the vacuum go. Put the dust cover back on. And we're going to move to the other side. Now we're on the left front, which is the driver's side. Take the dust cover off. I want to make sure this crack's open. And it does. Get my vacuum. Hook my hose. Apply vacuum. And then open. So I'm going to do this just for a few minutes. It's already clear running through there. Go ahead and keep holding back in, close it off. Now I can release the vacuum. And then I'm gonna go up top, make sure everything's good, and we'll go up top and take a look at that. Now you can see we got it down almost to the minimum mark. You can probably see that a little bit better, huh? So now we're just gonna top it off to the max, and then we're gonna pump the brake pedal. Get a little better look at that. Right below the max line. I'm gonna add a little bit more. And then I'll empty the bottle out so we can see what kind of nasty came out. We're just right at the max line. Put the cap back on. And then I'm gonna pump the brake pedal. So I want to step on the brake. Oh yeah. Good pedal. All right, there you have it. That's the brake fluid flush on the 2016 F450 Powerstroke. That one is a dual rear wheel. It's gonna be the same process for a single rear wheel. Remember, you suck the fluid out of the master cylinder, add new fluid. We use AMSOIL fluid. If you want some AMSOIL fluid, I'll leave a link down there. Then you go to the furthest away from the master cylinder, which would be the right rear. Then you go left rear, then right front, then left front. Put your wrench on there, stick your hose on there, start the vacuum, crack it open till you get clear fluid running through. After that, close it off while still holding the vacuum and make sure it's closed, and then you can release the vacuum. So I hope that video helped you out. Thank you for recommending that video. And as always, I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.